Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to Tales from Evansbourogh, a live interactive horror improv RPG where you can help determine the outcome of the mystery. I am your Keeper of Mysteries, Stormy, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderfully talented As the Raven Dreams, VivaLaPatience, Serafin the Midnight Bard, Fearsome Hero, and our talented Lizard Beth at TDG Freak. I do this every time I can ever get it right. TDG
You were so close.
Freak 99 on Twitter, the character artist who plays our lovely detective Lisa Murphy, but has the character art that you see in front of you right now, as well as a lot of the character art that we post up on our Twitter. All the links to those players are going to be down below when this video is live on YouTube, as well as popping up momentarily in the chat. We are, as always, tonight playing using the Monster of the Week RPG system by Michael Sands, published by Evil Hat Productions. And my disclaimer, none of us are like official trained actors. This is not a scripted thing, and we are just kind of here to have fun and tell a cool story. So if you would like to help our hunters solve this mystery, please consider gifting them Fate. The Fate of Past will give them a +1 to their next roll. Fate of Present will give them a +1 to the next harm they would deal, and the Fate of Future will give them an extra d6 to their next roll. If that sounds interesting to you, follow the links down below on our Twitter page or Twitch page here, in the About page for Fate, and it'll send you to a PayPal link. Please make sure if you are, when you donate, to put in the message for that hashtag past, present, or future. That way we know what to be adding through the to the count throughout the night. We are currently sitting at 6 past, 2 present, and 3 future. And if you would like to support the show and add Fate to the board but aren't able to financially donate, that is perfectly fine as well. Please just make sure to be sharing the streams, make sure to be watching the videos when they play back, the episodes when they come out on YouTube, sending in art, stuff like that. That is all calculated into adding Fate to the board for the hunters. It's not as fast as it would be to donate, but it still calculates. And we definitely have appreciated all of the wonderful art that you guys have been sending in, and a lot of the views that have been coming in through the channel. Normally, we start off with a few different announcements. Currently, my only big announcement, I guess I would say, is we are currently working on getting all the episodes put out into podcast form. Into audio form to be posted on different podcasting sites, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and stuff like that. Currently working on getting those episodes edited now. It's going to take a little while because we've got a lot of hours of audio to sift through, but it is a slow but sure process. Do you guys have any fun, cool announcements before we get started today?
No. Little bit of a context here. I had a new job back in 2020, and I was making more than I'd ever made before. So I treated myself to a Blue Eyes White Dragon sculpture. And then COVID hit, and I forgot about it for 2 years. And it was delivered to my doorstep last week.
Oh,
For a long delay.
My God.
Yeah, apparently, because of the virus, there was short staffing in a lot of their factories and stuff like that. So in my head, I was like, well, I guess I'm just not gonna get it. And then last week, it's like, hey, here's a package for you, and I opened it, and I was like, I'd forgotten this was a thing. So,
jeez.
Yeah.
Well, hey, at least you got it. That's cool.
Yay!
Anybody else have any cool things before we start? Any just interesting announcements for the day?
Nah.
I mean, Aiden Elliott said hi in the chat.
Hello.
I woke up.
Hello!
I woke up 2 hours ago. Let's go.
Well,
this is some bullshit, but all right.
Of course, we appreciate. Yes, thank you all so much for being here and coming to enjoy the show. We definitely love having you guys here to interact in the chat. A lot of your guys' input is always hilarious. So, in that case, if we have no announcements to go further, I'm going to give the final warning here. I do always like to start off by issuing a possible trigger warning, because this is a horror game, so some with that genre can kind of contain scenes and situations that some people may find distressing, so please, viewer discretion is advised on that. And with that out of the way, we are finally ready to get started with this week's tale from Evansbourogh. Okay, and we are back. So, before we get started, as always, we got a little bit of bookkeeping to do before we get fully started into the actual show. So, did we have any level ups last session?
I did.
Me
Okay.
too.
That's 2. Anybody else?
Nope.
Okay.
So.
No, I don't believe so.
So then in that case, those of us who leveled up, please, we'll start with you, Patience. What advancement did you take?
Yeah, I took a move from another playbook from the Monstrous,
Okay.
which is Unnatural Appeal,
Yeah.
where I roll plus weird instead of plus charm when you manipulate someone.
Cool.
Ooh.
Cool. Like that. All right. And Murphy.
I went ahead and also took a move from another playbook. I took a move from the Professional. I took Battlefield Awareness.
Cool.
You always know what's happening around you and what to watch out for. You get a +1 armor, max 2. So it just gives me a +1 armor.
Cool. So I imagine over this course, Murphy is getting a little bit more gear on her whenever she's out and whatnot. Okay, cool. I like it. All right. Another thing. This may, I guess, change the answer to people having leveled up or not. But we did do the end of session questions. I always, for some reason, just keep forgetting to put it on stream. I keep forgetting to do it on the stream. But we did go through our end of session questions, which in Monster of the Week, there's the mechanic at the end of every session. You ask multiple questions for the people who don't know. And depending on the answers to those, you can get extra experience for the participation of the adventure. And with that, we managed to get 2 experience. So everybody who, I think the only person who might not have gotten that was Fearsome, Bree. I think you might have been the person who didn't end up getting, or at least that on theirs. I could be mistaken, but it's been like a month.
I know. I'm like really kind of.
So make sure to, if you guys didn't from last session, to mark that 2 experience on your sheet. And if that does add an advancement for you.
Oh yeah, I did do that actually. Well,
Okay.
But I didn't get in. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, then in that case, everything should be good. So what happened last session, guys? I know it's been a minute, but what happened last episode? Do a little quick recap.
I was about to start going into my other Monster of the Week game recap, and I was like, wait, no, that's not right.
Different game.
Different game.
A couple of us ended up going to meet Wes Hansen, who was the
Correct.
collector that the artifacts were going to. He gave us some information about the gun, some cult information, and then also the box. So we got some good information about the stuff we were hunting for.
Yes, the squeaky pickle song.
Yes, you met with him. You helped or offered to fix his internet. Because he is very technologically illiterate, as they say. And you also met a younger man named Chase, who is the adopted son of Wes, who was in the orphanage with Serafin. Who Serafin helped from being bullied when he was younger by maybe taking that heat onto himself.
Oh. It's a lucky thing you reminded me his name was Chase. I was thinking his name was Fargo.
How? How do you get that?
God.
You also had a couple of
Lightning strikes twice.
Lightning, Patience practicing to be able to get lightning to strike where she wants.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And maybe have improved, maybe had done it, but not 100% sure. You know, maybe it was her, maybe it wasn't, but it struck twice in the same place. And then with that, speaking of the fix and go, we also have a good pile
Huey, Dewey,
of
and Louie.
good old Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Your current pet skulls with tentacles coming out of them. With
Just sitting in the closet at this
Oh
point.
god, I forgot about the...
sitting inside of a cage of mirrors and UV lights.
You forget about the skulls with tentacles!
Yeah.
I try, you know.
Some of the life force out of Raven, while trying to feed them a RB0.
And then, because I failed my roll on that, it gave me a +2 armor because I leveled up.
Yes, something's happened. Something.
Yeah.
Something's
has
fucky.
happened. Something's fucky with that. but yeah.
I am become Venom.
I am become Venom. So yeah, with what we are going to do is we are going to start with some well, actually no, this is technically still the same mystery time frame, so there aren't necessarily the beginning of mystery rolls. So Raven, I think you currently...
Yeah, I have 1 for a man with the plan and 2 for connect the dots still.
Correct. And then Patience, speaking of, we're going to start with inside of the fix and go with Bree and Patience, whom still has yet to receive her vision, which was if I remember correctly, a mixed success, being a vague hints of what is to come.
I rolled a 9.
Correct. Yep. 7 and 9. That's the vague
Partial success.
Partially. Yep. So we are going to start with Bree and Patience inside of the fix and go, the good old closed down computer repair shop, or should I say just never opened computer repair shop. As you two are, after kind of pretty much just pushing Raven and Serafin, or should we say Rick?
Ass Rickley.
Ass Rickley.
Or Dick Kickham, depending
I was
on
about
which
to
one.
say, I thought it was Dick Kickham.
Ass Rickley, Dick Kickham, Serafin, you know.
El Taco.
El Taco.
El Taco.
Jeez.
Oh my god, please. What?
So,
Okay.
After pushing
name.
them out, you two kind of sitting alone inside of the fix and go. What do you think the two of you have been kind of doing in their absence? What do you guys after Raven and Serafin had been left on their meeting with Wes Hansen?
I think we should watch a movie.
Oh, I was thinking about, I don't know, sneaking around and looking at anything. Yeah, movie's cool, totally. Yeah, that sounds so much better. I was totally not thinking of, like, you know, trying to pick some locks and seeing if we can find something embarrassing on Raven. What?
That sounds
And he wouldn't trust
amazing.
me with the key.
This patient.
This is, it's the mood I'm in, you know?
It's Patience.
Just kidding, I'm always like
You
that.
hear from Mr. Future that same dual tone as you normally would. Just, I'm starting to like her more.
Yeah, she's not too bad once you start warming up to her.
I'm so glad I can live in a little less fear.
I'm so
Still
glad I
terrified.
can live in a little less
For
fear.
now.
Just,
God.
I only said a little.
And I also
I don't know
said
why,
a
but
little.
I'm less scared suddenly.
I'm suddenly feeling a little bit more at ease around this beady-eyed, soulless-looking turtle stuffed animal. How long have you had this thing? I swear to God, you always have it with you. How do
Yes.
She does. Well, I guess she probably wouldn't know. I did only say a little.
I mean, he looking a little rough. You,
Don't let her look at my hand.
oh God, oh God.
Cleaned it.
I know, but
You ever
the mess,
spray some carpet cleaner on that thing or something?
the internal mess has not left.
He's fine.
Okay,
He's fine.
he's He's fine. About that movie, what kind of movie are you in the mood for?
You got anything, like, gory?
Hell yeah. Have you ever seen Hobo with a Shotgun?
No, but that sounds fantastic.
It is the best movie out there, ever.
Suddenly,
It's
I
niche.
look over to
settled.
Raven.
Niche. She gonna have nightmares.
I look over to
It's
Raven
nightmare.
and be like, hey, somebody's talking about my uncle or like his documentary.
That's weird.
Getting the feeling.
Wait, your uncle had a documentary?
Yeah, something about a hobo and things.
Oh. It makes sense as to why you didn't live with him as a kid.
I wasn't even aware I had an uncle.
You just ran. Okay.
So as you guys kind of getting putting in your movie and whatnot, I imagine mostly starting it up because it's like, okay, well, you've probably got. I mean, you know that at least their current plans be gone for maybe like half hour ish.
Well then maybe we should wait to watch Hobo with the Shotgun.
I mean, you guys. No, I'm saying
time.
you guys can do whatever it is that you want. That's fine if you guys want to watch the movie. That I'm not saying that to deter you from doing that. It's mostly just
Yeah, no,
describing.
I'm just saying maybe a different movie. more.
Do you think I'm going to judge you whenever I return?
I feel like
You guys obviously have not seen Hobo with a Shotgun.
I feel like
Obviously.
gonna
It's
judge
a real
regardless.
Don't
movie.
just blame me. It's
Fuck
fine. Just put it in and let's watch this.
All right,
Yeah, fuck them.
let's go.
Maybe we can skip the talking parts. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you guys end up beginning to start watching your movie and whatnot, and it's a weird one for sure. But
So cool.
mostly, one of the things that I will say primarily of note that I can imagine really starts to kind of happen, patience. Imagine it gets to be maybe about, say, like 15-ish minutes into the movie of at least what you're watching of the skipping through the talking bits with the little like fast forward keys. It's like nope, skip.
Another time.
Bree over here, like,
All right,
wait,
good,
that's
good.
gonna be important.
Good. Skip.
I don't
It's an exercise of depravity.
Yeah. You start.
Literally what it's called. Anyways.
You start to get that same sensation in your head as you typically do. The bit of a not as the bit of pain inside of the temple as you normally have whenever you're starting your visions, and everything is kind of starting to adjust around you. You're starting to see, partially through essentially the inside of this, what's the word? Seeing like the inside of this tent. Inside of a, probably like a yellow and olive green kind of tint. And you see what looks like a younger woman with a bit of like kind of French braided brown hair, and she seems to be like well dressed for a hike. It is currently, from what you're seeing in your vision, nighttime. You see as she is kind of like, I imagine kind of like recording something on her phone. Maybe she's doing a log or some kind of what you can gather from the bits that you're seeing, kind of coming in flashes as it has before. One of the things that you notice behind her is this large, kind of, I imagine coming from like the shadow of the moon or something like that you see. This very, very large figure like move quickly behind the tent of what she's like to her back, where you can see like the shadow of it start like move across quickly, and she kind of, looking back and forth and whatnot, and a few more flashes of that seeming to happen. I imagine it looks like the time seems to be like kind of cutting in and out, where it looks like maybe you had first time you see it, you see the girl sitting there as if nothing is everything's going normal. The second time it cuts back to her, it looks like she's startled by whatever that seemed to have been behind her. And then we cut back, or kind of come back in and out again, and now it seems as if she is running through the woods with this kind of large scratch on her forehead, blood kind of coming down the side of her face, and it cuts out once more, cutting back in to her kind of leaned up against this tree, where she's like kind of like crawling back away from whatever it seems to be that is in front of her. What she seems to be, tears in her eyes. She's just trying to get away from whatever this thing is, and it goes away into the black, and then cuts back. And you see what looks like to be this girl, but she is now what seems to be the body of this girl now, with her arms completely separated from her body, her legs separated from her body. Looking as if they had been torn away, and you see on her phone, kind of like the last thing you notice on her phone as it flashes out, it looks like the date says March 28th, and the time says 8:56. And that's when you come back. Right as this big, loud scene right in front of you of somebody getting their head blown off with a shotgun.
Oh, yes. Oh, one of the many decapitations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you come back to gripping Mr. Future as you had previously.
You good? I mean, we could watch something else. I mean, this is kind of an extreme movie. I'm just... You... Did you see a thing? Did something happen? What are they called again?
I guess we're going with dreams or vision for now.
Whatever. Visual future interpretation.
Yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm. What's today's date?
The current date is the 22nd of March.
Yep, got another one of those.
Okay.
It's not Serafin this time though. So
thank God.
Yeah, that's good. This one isn't any better though. I don't know who the girl is, but by the end of it, she didn't have any limbs.
Oh. Okay. That's
Yeah, this shit is worse than the movie we're watching.
Very true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you see who or what did it?
It was big.
Oh, goody.
And it was at night.
Of course.
And on the 28th. So, we've got a couple days.
Yeah. Alright, well... Great. Did you recognize the person? I don't know. How much detail? Any ideas? Any clues?
No.
Maybe we can just bring everyone in and...
Yeah, she just seemed to be recording herself, so...
Like...
I don't know who
a YouTuber?
Maybe.
Those silly YouTubers. Imagine. Why don't they get a real job? Anyways.
That's
Should we... I mean, limbs being torn off sounds like something we should... Wrong crowd. Read the room. Oh, God. Sounds like something...
I took that personally. Yes.
Should we get the... I mean, I feel like something tearing limbs off is kind of a big deal, so maybe we should,
We should probably tell them. At least Raven told me I should tell him at least.
Yeah.
Told me not to say it out in public, though, so...
Yeah, probably good thinking.
So I guess we'll finish the movie until then.
Or patience. Hear me out.
Okay.
It was out in the woods. We burn it down.
I mean...
Burn the whole woods down.
All of it.
All of it.
Yeah. We're bound to get one right.
God damn it.
It's March. Gas is still cheap for a little bit longer.
There's not an age restriction, right? I can just go and get it right now?
Yeah, I mean, so what if there's an age restriction?
That's true.
That totally stopped you from setting the hotel on fire.
But,
Jeez.
Patience, you also, one of the things too, as you're kind of like sitting back down for that movie, one of the things, I'll say, yeah, as you go and sit down, like, okay, well, shit, not sure what's going on, and then you are struck again.
Ooh.
By that same pain once more. And again, all of your entire vision seems to go black once more. This time, you seem to find yourself watching over this man. Looks like he's in his, middle age man with a bit of salt peppered hair. Looking like a rather, I'd say, like, what's the word? Office type looking man, wearing rather
corporate
standard, corporate business attire, suit jacket, stuff like that. Who appears to, what you first see of him, kind of coming to, again, the same thing, vision kind of going in and out. When you first come to, you see this man laying on his back with what looks like his arms out and appear to be kind of strapped down to some type of table. And he is, confused, looking around, scared. It is rather dark with what seems to be candles kind of lighting around. Coming back to Star vision going out, coming back. It looks like now he seems to be looking at somebody off to the side. He seems to be looking as if he is confused, scared. I'll just hit that. Confused, scared. He is looking upon these, what he can imagine as based off of how he's kind of like how his face seems to be moving and like going to, it looks like he's looking at multiple different people. And it appears as if he is kind of like starting to beg and plead, no, please don't do this, different things along those lines, as it kind of cuts out. And it is the 9th. People are setting off fireworks.
Oh my gosh.
But as he lays, as your vision goes out and comes back to, he now seems to be like shirt opened up as he is getting this kind of what looks like this symbol written onto his chest, appearing to be in blood of some sorts. The symbol you're primarily noticing seeming to be this kind of, it looks like a line with 6 points vaguely in the shape of a leaf. And it appears as if he is, again, the same as that girl, crying and pleading to these people, and once your vision goes out and comes back to, it appears that he, with these 2 sets of gloved hands, a dagger plunged directly into the middle of that symbol.
Ooh.
And as it moves over to him, as it seems as if the life has left this man, moves over to his wrist with a essentially like this sports watch showing the same date, the 28th, at 9:30 p.m.
Oh, Jesus.
March 28th at 9:30 p.m. And you come back to, once more, head aching, clutching onto Mr. Future.
You good? Like, how much of this am I noticing? Like, am I noticing that
whenever
she's,
you
like...
sit, yeah, as you kind of sit there next to her, Bree, you see as if she's sitting, as if nothing is going on, everything seems to be normal, and then all of a sudden she kind of like clutching onto her head, gripping Mr. Future tight, and not seeming to respond as this is going on, until eventually she comes back to.
Okay. Yeah, because, like, I don't...
It's not a fun sight.
No, like, I'm like trying to like think back of like, I've been around when she's, you know, gone through this, but it seems like it's a lot more like harmful to her.
Yeah.
At this like than it normally would be. Like normally it spooks her and like it's not great, but like the fact that it's affecting her physically.
The last one that truly kind of set off the migraines in her head, as bad as it seems it's going, was the one that she had with Serafin.
Mm-hmm.
The one where she had seen the upcoming demise of Serafin on May 7th at 5:00 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm like already like about ready to call Raven and be like, yo, child is struggling. Get over here.
Child is struggling.
Struggling.
Bitch, me too.
I bet you're a great babysitter.
Child struggling.
It's a panic. Help.
Panic.
God, I don't know what to do.
I need an adult. You are the adult.
You're the adult.
I need another adult.
How you feeling, Patience?
I'm gonna go to my room.
Okay.
Hey. Yep. Okay.
Imagine like without a word, just getting up and walking to your room.
Yes. I'm in pain. I'm pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure this out.
Mm-hmm. This is the first time you've ever had 2.
Yeah. First time I've had 2. I was trying to figure out some things on my own in the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to my room and I immediately drew the symbol that I saw.
Okay.
Smart.
Cool.
So that I at least remember that, and that way I can show them. And I wanted to ask Mr. Future about it.
Okay.
See if he recognized it.
So as you kind of begin drawing it, just like, hey, what does this seem like to you? He kind of like looking on as you're watching it. He's mostly silent whenever you're kind of going on about your thing. And what I will say, if you could please, let's go ahead and roll Illuminated one more time.
Okay.
Mostly just because this isn't exactly, so sometimes with rolls it's all just dependent on what the information could be given for, I will say.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, that is, go ahead and roll plus weird for me.
Okay.
There is fate off on the board if you would like to use it. Just always like letting that be known. 6 past and 3 future. That would be useful for this roll if you would like to use it. If not, that is completely fine.
I'm gonna see how this episode goes.
Sure.
First roll.
gonna roll it as
Exactly. Okay. So 8, 9, 10.
Good. Okay.
Woo!
So as you are, boop. Let me find it again. There we go. So on a 10 or more, Secret Master reveals a key fact, clue, or technique that will help you. So as you're kind of drawing this symbol out, explaining or I'm guessing you're kind of saying the things you saw out loud as you're kind of drawing these things out.
Explaining it to him.
Yeah. You ask Mr. Future, and does this look familiar to you, or like, what is this? Have you seen this before? And after you do, you hear again, as I said, as he normally is in that dual tone. That appears to be, well, the heaviest interpretation that your kind would probably know it as would be what's typically referred to as an elder sign. From what I know of them, they are typically arcane runes used to cast weird monster magic, for lack of a better term. And also a term that won't kill you by knowing.
Oh, you love crafty and little bastard.
He gets me.
Because I would rather your head not blow up right now.
I appreciate that.
Right now.
This is why we
now.
work well together.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's primarily what I have on that. So what do you do, Patience?
Okay. I think I will, I'm gonna go back out to the room with Bree.
Okay.
So
You good?
yeah, we have another problem. This time it's a guy, and he's like strapped to a table with he's got a symbol on his chest, and I wanted to write it down or draw it so you guys can see it too. But this happened on the same day, within about half an hour.
Okay. Did he get his limbs torn off too?
Nope, just a dagger through the chest.
Okay. Yeah.
Just.
That's
So far.
that's fine. I'm just gonna.
Are they on their way home yet?
Yep. No.
I imagine.
Yep.
Do we have time to finish this movie?
You know what? We could skip to the climax of the movie.
Yeah. The good guys win. Yeah. The end.
Just
The
A lot of
hobo
people
finds his
die.
shotgun and good things happen.
No,
Aw.
but okay. A lot of bloody fun stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I imagined part of me imagines after Patience walked away, like frantic messages to Raven, like, hey, Raven,
Hey.
like the stuff that you were saying earlier, were like, kid problem, help.
The thing where she sees the things, and this thing was like kind of scary. Does she go to therapy? Dear God, help me! I don't know how to deal with the children's things. I don't.
Man, Seraph, I think something's going on. My phone's been vibrating non-stop for the past 20 minutes.
Maybe it's possessed.
Yeah, sure. I have 76 missed messages.
I heard this thing about a ghost in a machine. Do you think that's what's happening?
No,
you're
I think
blaming the
think
phone on
Breeze-
the vibration.
Yeah.
It's like blaming a squeaky chair.
I think
Mhm.
Breezy's losing her mind. From what I can make out from the texts,
Where'd she last put it?
that's a good question.
Oh my God!
Imagine
no.
this is as you guys are like driving back towards the fix and go.
I
Maybe
forgot
if she
after.
goes back to where she had it last, maybe she'll find it there. It's always in the last place you look.
Why would you keep looking after you found it?
And that's, logically, it has to be in the last place you look if you found it, because yeah, that's only don't make sense.
Right.
Anyways, the messages, they're getting more and more frantic. So I know this thing only goes 28, 29 miles per hour.
Oh yeah.
Can
On
we
a
shift
good
up to
day.
that 29?
I mean,
I know we're going uphill. Whenever we coast down the hill, maybe a little bit extra.
Right. But I mean, how comfortable are you with walking the rest of the way in the off chance that you just can't take that?
Well, I might be able to walk faster than it, so I mean.
True. I mean, I'll step on it, see what we can accomplish.
Here, I'll respond. Hang on, okay. We're about 5 miles out. Be there in an hour.
That's optimistic.
I could come and get you faster. Holy shit.
Give Patience a soda if she seems like she's out of it. It helps.
Sugar! Woo! Let's go.
She likes RC.
Part of me is imagining Murphy, as you are kind of sitting.
Yes,
I
I'm
imagine
Murphy.
you're sitting out in your car, maybe having just gotten some food or something like that at a drive-through, pulled off on the side of the road, kind of in between your time out, so to say.
Yeah.
And as you're kind of along the main road, at some point during it, you just see the Blue Beetle, because you know the car. You've spent plenty of time with Serafin.
It's hard to miss.
Just gunning it at a good 28 miles per hour.
In a 40.
In a 40 across the...
She's sitting there eating like a Subway sandwich. She's like, should I be a dick and pull him over? Nah.
Whoa. Subway, excuse me?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
This is an Arby's household.
Not my household.
Yep.
Oh, Subway. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you just let them go?
I'll text Serafin.
Okay.
I'm
Slow
just
down.
sending him emojis, like a fast car and running, and like that lady in the red dress dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the little poof, little air poof thing.
Like the little air
behind the
poof.
car.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Maybe a trumpet.
I mean, I think Serafin would take that as, coded flirting. He'd be like, hey, Raven, look at this. She totally wants me.
Aren't you driving?
Oh.
Yeah.
He's texting and driving. Pull him over.
Texting and driving.
I feel like she's saying she could dance faster than your car goes.
Well, there's no argument about that. It's just, the way she said it is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, I get it. It's all about tone, dude. It's all about tone.
It's all
in
about
that,
tone.
in
Yeah,
that text message.
There's a lot of tone in that text message.
Which is literally just emojis.
There's also a ringtone in this text message. Did you hear it? It went Serafin.
Oh no.
It sounded like it was just beep, beep, beep. But I mean, you're right, dude. Hey, the ringtone, it was flirty. It was flirty as hell. I feel
That's
it.
what I'm talking about.
It's happening.
Oh my god.
Alrighty.
So
It's happening.
Just gonna let him have his fantasy and just accept it.
all right.
Yep.
So as you guys kind of continue down the road, Murphy, you guys continue eating your lunch. Eventually, you guys make it back to the Fix and Go. And
I'm sorry, it was like an hour later.
yeah.
I'm like, we've already we didn't even have to
6
fast.
RCs.
Yeah,
You guys responded in the time that it took us to get here.
Um,
It's like, oh yeah, we had a crisis, but we found them. They're safe. It took you longer to get here.
describe to me, if you guys could, the scene of that they come back to. Whenever they
I am pacing back and forth between like a little couch that we have and the TV, and I'm like hands flailing, like, you have no idea. This lady is in the woods, and this out of nowhere she's like vlogging or something, got her makeup all done. I don't know why. It's hot and sweaty, and she's just like running for her life. It's like some cheesy movie, and then out of nowhere she loses her limbs. She's on the ground. But get this, then I wake up and it happens again. Wait, no, it's not the same lady. It wasn't the same one. But there was this guy, and now he's strapped to a table, and he's got like this. Here's this picture.
Dude.
Maybe you guys figure this out.
There's something wrong
There was,
with
like-
this child.
Part of me imagines like a board, like you guys pulled out a dry erase board. And you're,
Like a chocolate day
scribbling.
type of
I've got
Yeah.
my little easel in there. I'm flipping through the pages.
Yeah, your little artist
like,
easel that you
Are you
have.
paying it? Serafin, wake
It's
up.
like crayon
Listen.
crayon
I'm
drawings.
just like,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
eyes are just glazed over.
so is Patience like writing fan fiction these days? What's going on?
There are 6 RC cans on the counter.
Just on the counter. I'll take out the trash in my room later. Pay attention. Listen.
This is like a code black. This is a problem.
Do you recognize this symbol?
I
This is-
recognize the Muffin Man. I know him.
We have muffins? Raven, we have muffins?
No, we don't have muffins.
Oh.
Don't listen to him. He's
hey,
insane.
hey, I can go get muffins
Good
outside
lead.
of the Fix and Go. I can get whatever
Patience.
you want at the store
Patience.
across town with
Excuse
cigarette.
me.
You know, I can go get some milk and some cigarettes or whatever. you know.
Patience, if Bree gets you muffins, will you stop saying such concerning things?
What
I
concerns you?
Which thing? Which one? Which one of those?
I think if
Part of this
Race out?
is concerning. I don't.
Why wouldn't you stop me where you got lost? I have to start all over? Bree, I'm gonna need another like 6-pack or something. Go,
You gave
go with the muffin.
Gave her a 6.
I'm gonna go get you some chamomile, some sleepy time tea. All right, Jesus.
Terrible idea. It won't work.
Kind of like
Unfortunately, she has to crash naturally.
I'll take some Darjeeling tea. I mean, if you're offering.
I will get you some Benadryl. Wait, that's actually not very good. You're not supposed to do that.
as you are you just dipping out, Bree?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna just.
As you
No, I'm just gonna stand in the back, and then I'm gonna be like, you know what? Oh shit, you are out of milk. I'm gonna go get you some milk. You want some milk? I'll be right back. I'm just like I go outside.
2
and I'm
gallons.
Like,
How many do you want, Raven?
How many do you want?
I'm good for now.
Like,
I'm.
well,
You're- get you some of
Raven, how
that-
many you want?
I'm gonna get you some of that the shelf life milk and those like
That
wax
stuff is nasty.
carton
No.
things. No, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's
How
fine.
else will we eat cereal without milk?
Right?
How am I supposed to eat this without my drink?
Listen, if you like soy milk, you can get some of that shelf life stuff.
You know what?
Fine.
I take back what I said earlier.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Don't worry,
whatever.
Ninja
Vanilla
Turtle.
soy milk
Anyways,
is yummy.
Okay, so based on this insane shit that's going on in front of my face, you had a vision.
There were 2 of them.
There were 2 of them. That's a first.
I
Yeah,
have a whole
you're telling
vision
me.
board back at my place.
Jesus Christ.
Got pictures of Dick Tracy and Sherlock Holmes and Ass Rickley.
It's just you. got a
different hat.
Got a board of all the greatest detectives.
Then 6 different photos of myself because let's face it, those guys are only good because I wasn't around.
They flew so you could soar, right?
Exactly.
Jeez. Anyways, all right. So I'm seeing woman camping, big thing behind her. You're a very detailed, quartered person, so I'm assuming bad things happened.
Anyways.
Guy, knife. What is this little leaf symbol here?
Yeah, that was what was on his chest. And then there were a bunch of people standing around, couldn't see their faces or anything, but then one of them had gloves on and
stabbed him in the chest in the little symbol.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that sounds very cultish.
And they were both on the same day on March 28th, within half an hour from each other, at night. How the hell are we gonna do this?
Fuck. Okay. This sounds cult-like to me. Irony, right? We just came back from someone's house who told us about some cults, right, Serafin?
Yeah, I'm not liking the sound of this.
Do you recognize the symbol, Serafin?
Do I recognize the symbol?
Yeah.
Keeper of Mysteries?
Imagine you're being a man of magic. It is you would definitely, I'd say you've probably for sure seen it inside of different books. It kind of something that keeps definitely popping up as a component piece for magic that people use. But if you would like, I could have you roll. Go ahead and roll invest, or let me real quick. Where'd it go? There it is. If you would like to, you can roll either. You can roll plus sharp, please, to investigate a mystery.
Okay. That is. Oh Lord.
We got a new follower. Hello, thank you. I remembered that was there this time, and it didn't scare me.
Hello, welcome.
Last time it did.
Yellow.
Okay.
Hunter wolf backwards.
Like it. Hell yeah.
I am trying to find where my sharp is because I don't see it. Oh, okay, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's a 2.
Well,
honey, no!
Go ahead and mark an experience for me, Serafin, because
okay.
you rolled 6 or lower, you get to
Honey, no!
snake eyes and a 0 sharp, or
no, I rolled a 1 in sharp, but my sharp was 1. So
okay, you rolled 2d6, right?
Oof.
oh, was I supposed to roll 2?
It's 2
Yes!
plus sharp, so roll another d6.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. All right.
Okay.
Change everything.
So, that's a 4.
Okay.
Oh no.
So yes, it's a 2.
Carry on.
Just yep. Okay. So
Oh,
yes.
damn it.
Unfortunately, Serafin, you recognize that you have seen it in certain books of your magic books and whatnot, but you can't currently recall what exactly the symbol is typically used for.
Okay. So patience. I recognize that I have seen this in the books of magic that I read, but I can't recognize what people use it for.
So, and when I
We
was
stand
looking
at
at
him.
it, I kind of figured out that it was some kind of elder sign.
Yeah, it looks
So,
What?
65.
Right. That one was kind of funny. You know what? He's back down to 9.
No, Serafin.
Oh, I see.
The tentacle kind.
The tentacle kind, you say.
What?
My mic.
Please continue.
I'm assuming she means spooky, scary monsters from hell.
Yeah, like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
those kind of
Hell.
tentacles. Okay.
Yeah, sure, hell. Sorry. I mean, I can't hear you. What?
Just
I repeat.
head turns quickly to Raven, looking at you with his beady eyes. You look back at him with your beady eyes.
Look, whenever the tentacles touched me, things happened. Anyways,
Oh no. You want to talk about it?
As you
no,
kinda-
not really.
You do kind of like look down at your hand, Raven, and it after over the night you've noticed that spot, like that it had left behind of like the lighter, almost grayed skin, has spread a little bit more on your hand.
I don't like that.
This is mildly concerning.
Yep, imagine it's
Not allowed.
like your ring and pinky finger on your right hand is now kind of spreading more through your palm and the back of your hand and whatnot.
Tasty.
Well, I could still move them, so I'm not gonna go to the doctor yet.
Oh my
That's the
god.
spirit.
Don't have to go to the
Don't
doctor
go to
yet.
the doctor. They might find something wrong with you. What are you gonna do then?
Bro, right? Last time I went to the doctor, I found out I had high cholesterol. I don't want to deal with that.
I don't deal with that.
If I just hadn't gone to the doctor, I would have been told I wouldn't have known.
It
Yeah,
would've been
exactly.
fine. I would have been able to just
It
go
would've
on
been
as normal.
Yeah,
Huh?
we do eat at Arby's a lot, so I mean that stands to reason.
I gotta stop getting the chicken cordon bleu sandwiches. They're fried. It's not good for me.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I do have, unfortunately, in this building, a lore library and a magical laboratory, but not a mystical library, so I screwed the pooch on that one.
You should get one of them.
But I don't know. I'm looking at like investigate a mystery. I don't really. It really wouldn't help us. 'cause
Oh,
there's
what would
specific
you?
questions.
What do you think you would like to try to find out?
Oh, just kind of look up some like rune translations, kind of thing.
Oh, well, you can definitely. I mean, investigating a mystery is perfectly fine for it. They've got a couple of different things that you could ask, different questions that you could ask that might be able to get you a little bit of information.
That's fair.
Mhm.
So, I guess we're gonna investigate the mystery then. I'll do my
Sure.
roll of
Yeah, roll plus sharp.
my +2 sharp. Please work for me. Don't give me the rolls I was getting earlier.
Come on, no whammies, no
Son of
whammies,
a
no
bitch.
whammies. Oh no.
That's a 6.
No.
If somebody would like, they can help out. If you would explain to me how you would be able to help out in this situation amongst.
If you are looking through your library, I could help out being knowledgeable in the mystic arts and stuff. Maybe I'll be able to recognize something that leads us back to where we were looking for.
Sure. Go ahead in that case, please. Roll plus cool for me, Serafin.
Let's do it. That's 2,
On,
right?
man.
2d6. Yes,
Yes.
it's always going to
Okay,
be
thank-
2d6 unless you're
2d6
using
plus cool.
the future fate.
Okay, in that case, plus cool. I know I got some cool off of my improvements, so that
I
is
literally just need you to succeed. That's it.
it's actually a 12, so we're doing good.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so then that is a
No
plus
in
1 to your
between.
roll. That makes you that brings your with no negative consequences, no trouble exposed to danger or anything.
Yay.
So Raven, you end up getting that on a 7 to 9. You can hold 1 to ask any of those following questions: what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here? Based off of the context of searching for this elder sign.
Okay, and since Serafin, since you helped me, which one of those do you think would be a good idea to ask in this situation?
Let me think. I think what does it do? It
What can it
feels
do?
like really, yeah. What can it do? Feels like really like on the nose for that one. Because
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
I figured that one or the concealed would be my thoughts.
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking. So I think I'm gonna go with what he said though. What can it do?
Sure. From as you're kind of like going through the library and whatnot of your lore library, you get to find in some of the darker books that you have, some of the more seedier, I would say, of talk about, some of still relatively unknown creatures and unknown monsters that people have very little information on. As you kind of are going through these, you eventually notice kind of a bit of a pattern amongst them that typically seems that they are normally used, if laid one way, are typically used to seal something, but if laid in the opposite direction, are typically used to release something.
Patience, whenever it was on the guy's chest, how was it sitting? Slash, the keeper.
Yeah, so we'll say with, typically, most cases, if the point was facing up, the point of the leaf faces up, then that typically is used as sealing. But if the point is faced downwards, then that is normally to unleash something, to summon something. This particular one, we'll say... Which direction do we think it was facing, guys? We'll let this be.
Do you even have to ask?
Releasing feels like the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
fair. Okay.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
You just gave us the option, and now you released it.
We could have said sealing.
It
was a test.
It was
You're
Oh,
welcome.
no, you mean to tell me if we had chose sealing, that would have been end of mystery?
well, not necessarily end of mystery, but it definitely would have. Like you said, so it is it was facing point downwards.
Damn it.
I mean, we meant
It was a test, and you
meant it
guys
wasn't.
passed.
Woo! Finally!
Hey, no, that honestly, that's one of my favorite things about this. In that moment, you guys chose to make the mystery, like, you guys
Now we have a
chose
reason to save him.
to make it more I mean, technically, either way, he's gonna fucking kill that guy regardless of whether he's sealing something or... but no, I like that in that moment you guys chose to, as opposed to making it easy, quote unquote, easier on yourself, the less weirder option. You guys chose the complicated option.
We chose
Okay,
violence. Is what we
violence.
chose.
I like
we
it.
really want.
Like I said, that's one of the things I like about the game. You know, we're not here to win or go other route. We're just here to tell a more interesting version of the story.
Okay, in that case, they're not just releasing anything.
Okay.
They're releasing
right
our
there.
hopes and dreams.
Well, hang on, don't give him any more ideas.
They're releasing Bilal.
But yes, the leaf was pointed diagonally downwards, the point of it facing downwards, meaning the symbol of release, of what you can understand throughout reading.
All right, so it looks like, based on Patience's stabbing drawing there, which is incredibly detailed for being stick figures.
I imagine all of the other details are typically like, and I know this is an overstretch, but part of me is picturing like the normal details is like your traditional stick figures, but like when it comes to the blood and
Yes.
gore, they're really like well drawn
Hyper-realistic.
details.
I am a painter. So.
Oh god.
Everything else though is in stick figure drawing.
So I'm a painter, and my muse is Quentin Tarantino.
So yes,
You broke out your watercolors to paint him stabbing him. That's
People buy this stuff. Are you kidding me?
fair point. I do
Have you
work
thought
on the
about
dark web
therapy? Have you thought about therapy?
Have you thought about
for her or me.
My bank account says no.
You don't have a bank.
You're 10.
You're right, I don't. Anyways.
So, one thing as after kind of figuring this out, we are going to move temporarily over to Murphy.
Hello.
one of the things I do want to know is, Murphy, kind of cutting back to you in your car. Throughout this past week, what do you think that Murphy has been doing? Because after you left, after seeing Huey, Dewey, and Louie, realizing that's not my problem, I'm gonna go.
Not my monkeys, not my circus. Not my monkeys, not my circus.
After making sure that Serafin was okay, and all healed up and was going to be fine, you thought, you know what? Nope. And went back to your home. But throughout this week, what's Murphy been doing during this time?
Murphy has gone on a couple unsuccessful dates.
Okay.
Chopped all her hair off.
Yes.
Well, not all of it, but like a shoulder bob-ish.
Okay.
Had to break up a bar fight in town.
Yeah.
So she's like got like a busted upper lip, and she's got like a fading black eye. Kind of just here and there work stuff, and also trying to get her damn dog to stop turning off the light switches. Because something I found out, even if service dogs and training dogs fail their test, they still know some of the tricks they learned.
Yeah.
Harvey, I know I've brought this up before, but part of me imagines, not necessarily in game, but I love the when a dog knows how to press buttons to like ask questions. So it was like,
Yes.
I saw one TikTok where the dog's like, "Dog, why dog?"
That's Gonzo.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he's like, he presses the buttons and then just looks up at the person. Like,
that's so awful.
Oh.
Oh, that's so
why
bad.
dog?
An existential crisis.
Oh no.
And then he'll turn off the light and walk out the room.
Damn. That's
Now I can't sleep.
yeah.
But yeah, so I imagine, yeah, so as those things have been going through, part of me pictures after the first night, when you got back, you did have to file a little bit of paperwork regarding the incident at Zippy Dippy Toys.
Yep.
And were visited by an agent of Shappa to, kind of corroborate that it was just a freak accident with a machine.
Yeah.
And explaining that situation and whatnot. And a lot of this past week is kind of, yeah, it's been a lot of work, and
Yeah.
your unsuccessful dates with some
Gasp.
yeah. But it's so yeah. What do you think? What do you think Murphy would probably do after kind of this, finding herself sitting after watching everything go on?
I feel like she just fucking goes back to her job.
Okay.
'Cause, like, Wade is too much of an idiot to run, like, the sect by himself.
Mm.
So it's like...
Okay. So
we need to get new people hired on.
well, it's kind of hard to get people going whenever people disappear in every,
I'm aware, Wade.
Look, you don't need to be so rude about it. I'm just...
I know.
Look, I don't have to be here. I could go too.
Yeah.
I could go, probably go... I've been wanting to really get into my artistry. I could probably get into a museum.
I didn't know you did art, Wade.
Yeah, I consider myself a pretty good sculptor. And
Really?
yeah, people would be lucky to have me in a museum.
You're right, Wade. Go for it.
But Everyone says I have no taste, apparently. But
Damn.
But you know what?
That's a good turn.
I could go into you know what? I don't have to go to any of these Evansborough museums. I'm sure I could find people who want to use my work elsewhere.
Oh yeah.
But for the time being, I think, just to make sure the place is safe, I'll keep hanging out, by choice.
Good.
Definitely by my choice.
Yeah.
I want the world to know that.
Mm-hmm.
But why are you still here?
Why are any of us still here, Wade?
Well, no, that wasn't an open-ended existential question. That was
Why dog?
Why dog? You think back to Gonzo dog. Why dog? That wasn't an open-ended existential question, Murphy. That was a legitimate. Like, why are you here right now? Like, aren't you supposed to have the day off?
Well, if I'm being honest, Wade, if I go home, I start thinking about skulls. And then Gonzo turns off the lights. And I don't want that right now.
Skulls.
Don't question it, Wade.
Does that have anything
Just
to do
roll-
with that weird tall guy you're always around?
I mean, Serafin? He's not that tall.
He is, Murphy. Murphy, that man is that tall.
He really is that tall.
He really is that tall, Murphy. I don't know how you have to be able to tell how much you have to look up to him. Like, the man barely makes it through the ceiling of the police precinct. And also,
I mean, I guess.
like, why is he dressed like a 1920s detective?
It's his thing.
What fucking year? Not. I'm just saying he's weird, okay?
He's weird in his own Serafin way.
I mean,
He's just weird.
I just think he's weird. I just think he's weird in a weird way. But, like, why didn't you just... I don't know, you can actually take the day off. You don't have to be here.
I don't really have much that I can do is the problem, Wade. Most of my friends are not here anymore.
Well, then why don't you go hang out with the weird dude?
He's probably with the skulls!
Why does he have skulls, Murphy?
Wade, I said don't ask questions!
You open it to a point where I literally cannot ask not any questions.
Okay, that's fair.
You can't just drop, hey, my weird tall friend who dressed like a 1920s detective is around skulls.
It's those weird talking ones for Halloween. They creep me out.
You know they can take the batteries out of those, right? Like, you just
Yeah, I know that
get
they
in there,
can, but they won't.
take out the bat. Why don't you do it?
Because they'll be all upset about it, like, oh, you took the batteries out. And then they'll make fun of me or something.
I don't know. I've heard Serafin have a conversation. I guarantee you if you took those things out of it, he wouldn't notice.
That is very true. That is very true.
I've heard that man have conversations before, and yeah, I don't think he would notice.
Fair enough.
Well, all I know is you can't, you can't avoid actually enjoying yourself.
It sounds like you're just trying to get rid of me at this point.
Kinda. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know. You just been weird for like the past. What is it like? Past week or so now.
I swear, Wade, if I have to go on one more Tinder date, I am going to lose my mind.
Well, I don't know how to help or answer that question.
Exactly, that's
you
the
should-
problem.
Maybe you undownload the app. I don't like.
Where else am I supposed to find men?
I don't know, like a normal person does. Outside, go talk to
Excuse
people.
me, dating apps are the new normal now, apparently, according to the blogs.
Okay. Well, maybe
Serafin,
download a different app. I don't know.
hey Serafin, you should call Murphy and see if she needs to get out of an awkward situation real quick.
You think that there's awkward situations? Nah, she's too socially adept. There's no way. I don't
Sure.
believe for a second that she's awkward about anything.
Sure, we'll go
Unlike
with that.
Bree. Have you seen Bree? She's
you se-
awkward about a lot of things.
It's true.
Have you seen
Like-
Bree? Like she said she went out to go get milk and she hasn't come back yet.
Also that.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we'll go ahead and move over real quick to Bree.
Oh no. Okay.
So
Yes.
after kind of getting out of the fix and go for, you know, just the sheer what's the word, insanity that is kind of starting to ensue with you guys. What do you think Bree's been doing? What do you think Bree does after she kind of gets out? Kind of stepping out for some fresh air and quiet for a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
where would she go?
So, Bree, Bree has been, you know, sleeping is been a struggle for Bree lately.
Yeah.
So, but Bree is becoming very familiar with the new season of Stranger Things.
Okay. So Bree's just kind of
Yeah,
been watching.
yeah. I've kind of been like trying
Binging it.
to, yeah, been
But-
trying to like escape the weirdness by
Wait,
watching
Stranger
fake
Things?
weirdness, like
By
like,
watching fake
obviously-
weird.
yeah,
weird.
like just being like,
Like, oh, that shit
you
doesn't
know,
happen.
God,
That shit-
imagine.
That's not.
Yeah, that's just. That's,
That's-
I got this weird feeling of Bree like
doesn't work
watching it
like
while
that.
drinking. And you're like, every time a monster shows up, she's just like, fucking mood, bro.
yeah.
I got you.
Yep.
So she's been
Yep.
kind of. I imagine. So yeah, so yeah, she's been trying to kind of escape a lot of this stuff that's been going on since this past month or so. Things have been kind of hectic.
I think ever since like the Serafin almost dying thing,
Yeah.
because like I tease him all the time, but like at the same time, like just the realizing like how like awful the thought of losing him was. Like
Yeah.
I'm
it's
like, feelings.
Yeah.
Also,
been kind of a
that's
bit of
exhausting. How?
a bit of
do
a
people do
panic a
that?
few times and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of compounding that with, I imagine, some of the stuff that's been what's the word? Also, recently having to kind of relive a lot of the events of whenever you were a kid, a lot of the events of the
Yep.
night your brothers died. With
Yep.
with Loomis, kind of thinking about a lot of the loss and whatnot going through.
Yeah, definitely did start like fixating on that once, because I haven't had to tell the whole story
Yeah.
in so long that like I was like had to kind of think about it in detail more, and I was like, damn, okay, icky.
Yeah. So you kind of take off in your RV after kind of stepping out and just trying to be by yourself.
I'll get milk eventually.
Yeah.
I'll bring him milk sometime.
Be by yourself for a little bit of time. One thing I will say, after what's the word? After a little bit of time passes as Bree is kind of driving through and whatnot, eventually I'd say you'd probably get a message from Loomis.
Okay.
Just essentially saying, hey, would we be able to see you at headquarters?
Like,
and
now?
Then, and then after it's just like, sorry, that sounded ominous. No real rush, just whenever you have time.
Okay. I suppose. No time like the present.
So, after one of the things is you kind of, if you end up going with him, or going to the headquarters, finding yourself to that same Amazon distribution warehouse that opens up the gate into showing the actual headquarters itself. Loomis would be waiting for you outside. If you're kind of telling him, I'm on my way, he would be waiting outside for you. Hello. Sorry to kind of pull you in on a bit of short notice, but I wanted to follow something up with you regarding the person that you brought in named Jake. If you could come on in with me. I've got I'll go ahead and just kind of tell you stuff inside if you'd like.
Okay.
And he kind of leading you through that office section that you had been through previously for orientation, essentially, and getting all your paperwork filed. Eventually leads you kind of in through a medical wing, and he has to kind of give a few, prints and stuff like that as he goes through a couple of eye scans. Now, normally you wouldn't be able to come through some of these places, but it is something that you're directly involved in, and I want to keep you guys as informed as I can, because you guys have been cooperative with me, so I want to make sure to do the same. We were going over Jake. I guess
From State Farm.
Codename Jake, I guess. We still have been trying to find more information on them, but they still, at least currently, seem to be healed. But not, what's the word? He hasn't been waking up. We've been trying to introduce, adrenaline, anything that we can get to try to, get him up, because we definitely have a lot of questions, but...
Now, Loomis,
Hmm?
I haven't had enough caffeine today.
Yes.
And, feeling a little brain foggy. You're gonna have to give me just a quick little update on what has happened with Jake, before this. You know what I mean?
You brought them in after their throat was slit, and
Oh, yeah, the
sealed...
Yeah, that's okay. I wasn't,
Are you okay?
I'm just so tired. You don't even know.
Well, if you want, we could get you some sleep aid for, it's not a problem. I mean, it'd be covered through the insurance.
That
You have
sounds
really
like a
good
slippery,
You have really good insurance.
slippery slope.
All right.
No, I'm good. I'm just, it's one of those days,
Mhm.
just...
But yeah. I mean, it's as he kind of goes through grabbing a file. Essentially, it's like you see that it's got a lot of the physical information of them: hair color, eye color, blood type, and like, what's the word? Height, tattoos, different scars, markings, and stuff like that. Current scars that they have marked down on it, being on the neck, has a few different tattoos and stuff like that. But yeah, as he's kind of going over everything, it's like everything currently in the vitals is normal. And it's just as if
Interesting.
just something is keeping them asleep. But
Have you tried slapping them? Or
like I said, no,
water?
we've tried everything. You know, the cold water, straight up injecting them with adrenaline.
Yeah, I figured you'd go with the less invasive first.
Yeah, no, it was a sliding scale, of course.
Yeah.
Started with high school party tricks, and then moved our way to.
I was wondering that, definitely try that. Have you told him he's late for school? Screaming at him.
We haven't tried that, but I can add that on the list of the next things to do.
Yeah.
But
Have you
Definitely.
tried playing Running Up That Road by by Kate Bush?
Have you tried running up that hill?
Yeah.
That's another one.
No, okay. Well, so I wanted to bring you in with you having been involved in that. I know you told us a lot of what happened. The masked figure, codenamed Gucci Lord.
Oh yeah.
Having shot Serafin, and them kind of leaving, and I just like, I don't know. It's just a lot seems to be going on with this, and I know it feels like we've got so little information on it. But we're I was just hoping that you guys might have something, but I don't know if it seems like the time has been, and you can see that he is kind of he's got a bit of like bags under his eyes as well.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know during the last, the meeting up and getting all that stuff taken care of, you seem kind of spaced out, like me. But that's unlike what you normally are.
Yeah, no, I'm very worried about what's happening right now. Like, I'm going to level with you, Bree. I'm very scared right now. There's a lot of people that I can lose. And
Right.
I've just been trying to find everything that I can, every straw I can grab onto, and try to figure out, what's going on. How's everybody at the Fix and Go holding up? Is the Raven patients, are they okay, or?
Good, thanks for asking. Sorry.
How'd you get here?
We've been here the
know-
whole time.
But no,
Sorry.
you're fine.
Yeah. Listen. It's been a little stressful. I know, like, ever since, the whole thing with the Gucci Lord and, like, Serafin. I think that took a lot out of all of us, and I know with things not being wrapped up and solved, and everyone being, everyone that's responsible for hurting others is where they should be, and they're out there somewhere, and
It's still out at large with a gun.
yeah. Yeah, and it's wearing away at the. I mean, I think everyone's trying to put on a brave face. I know I am. I honestly like. I'm just tired. I can't sleep because I'm again, just like you've leveled with me, I'll level with you. I'm worried, and sleep has been very, very hard to acquire, and maybe I'm a little bit. Jake looks so comfy right now.
Right.
He's so comfy.
You look over at his kind of
Like,
comatose. Yeah, he's getting some sleep
Are
right
your beds comfy? Like maybe
I mean, normally, yeah, but it's.
No, but
You'd been laying with a gun pointed at the door for.
Well, I mean,
past
that's
week.
not new. I've done that for like years.
Yeah, I haven't. I've been with Shappa for almost 15 years now, and the last time I had to live like this, I was overseas, and it is. I don't know. I just don't like being in this mindset.
Well,
I'm sorry if I brought you over just to vent to you.
Well, I think we're all working together, so it's good to have an idea of where each other's, minds are at. But don't mean to suss you out, but we might have some other issues. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
What's up?
Patience.
Yeah,
think that
very much.
Think that girl needs some therapy. Anyways,
It's an understatement.
she's had some really intense visions that I did not know how to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be affecting her a lot more physically, or at least the last two. I feel powerless. I feel like I wish I could help her more, or like do something to make it less awful, but watching her like have to do that is rough. So.
Yeah, as you say that information, as you kind of say that to him, he looks down. It is like clearly at what you're saying. It feels like he is. What's that? Without really saying it, it seems like he completely understands.
Empathy, yeah.
Heavy empathy without wanting to make direct eye contact with you.
So she actually had two visions, whatever you call them. She had two of them like in a row, and they're pretty messy. By the way, have you ever there's a symbol, she drew it. I didn't know what else to do, so I did take a photo of the drawing, and just in case. Do you notice? Does this look familiar at all? I show him
Show him the
took a
image
photo
that
of it
she
with my
had,
phone.
that her drawing on there.
It's not like the best, but I took it and was like a
I get
picture of
you.
her
As he kind
drawing.
of looks over it.
She seemed to have weird knowledge about it too. I don't know how she came up with it. Sometimes I wonder.
It's definitely something this is a symbol that in our files it's coded under it's coded under high priority.
Oh, Great.
Great, love it. Fucking
Lovely. Love it. We're all about it. Let's fucking go. Oh my god. Well, then, guess what? We are high priority as AF.
Yeah, right. We're full of high priority right now.
We are the highest priority.
But this is a sigil of, well, through a lot of testing, we have typically figured it as a summoning sigil that requires a human sacrifice, typically to bring what people believe is extra planar entities into our world. It is.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we haven't done much testing on it, but because, we definitely don't like testing human sacrifice in order to try something.
Well, sorry to tell you this, but I think someone already did that for you. Based on what Patience has told us.
Shit. Do we have an idea of a timeline? Of, like, when?
Mm-hmm.
And kind of explaining to him that day, the 28th of March, 9:30 p.m.
We even have a time.
we even have a time. We have a date and a time.
We don't have a place. We just don't have a place or who. Exactly. But also, before that, there's this YouTuber, I guess, that gets torn to pieces, which is really a shame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's not good when anybody gets torn apart, but,
yeah.
I guess, what information do you have on that?
Same day, about 8:56 in the woods somewhere.
Roughly half an hour-ish before that.
Yeah.
So then, okay, well...
Don't know exactly how they're related, but...
I mean, I don't... Almost sounds like it's not, but, or at least it's not a direct cause of whatever it is that the people are doing by using that symbol to unleash something, if it happens after that timeline. But,
yeah. But also, why would she...
Do you have
those two visions at the same time?
Yeah. Well, that's something we've been trying to understand for the past 2 years, but, hey, he pulls out a notepad and it's just, give me as many physical descriptions of the girl as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of telling him what Patience had seen and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, could try to see what I can do to find out at people who match the descriptions you gave. If you want, give me a little bit of time. If you... shit. Just be careful, okay? I'm gonna try to scour through, see if I can get maybe information, names, or something like that of at least of somebody to see what I can do. It might take some time, but I could see what I could find.
Yeah. You stay safe too.
Remember, if you see Gucci Lord, just try to avoid him, please, and keep the crew away from him.
Yeah, I'll try. I mean, I'll try to keep them away from him.
You try to stay away from him too. I don't want you getting
but
killed.
I wanna
I don't want you to kill him either, or not kill him. I want you to kill him. I don't want you to get killed by him.
But they would make a statue of me.
That is important.
That is very...
Yeah.
I've seen enough statues in my time, Bree.
Yep. Mine would be cool. I like how you're trying to make this super, super intense, and I'm like, but I want
I
it.
want it. It's fine. Yep. And he kind of like goes with the information descriptions you gave him and whatnot, and it's just like, oh, I'll get in touch with you as soon as I can figure something out.
Yeah. Also, let me know when he's done taking his, or if he ever wakes up from his beauty rest. Yeah.
No, you guys will be the first ones I inform on that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What I'm going to go ahead and do real quick. After that, we are going to go ahead and take our break real quick. Because I realized the timeout we're out on there, so we're gonna go ahead and take our break, and then once we come back, we will catch back up on what's going on with the crew at the Fix and Go, and be able to go from there. So we're gonna come back. Probably it's currently 9:26, so we'll be back around like 9:35-ish, somewhere in that time frame, within 5 to 10 minutes. So during that time, good time to go get snacks, go get drinks, get yourselves prepped up and ready to go, and also please make sure to enjoy the art that's going to be cycling through. Some of that is art that has been sent in by the viewers, which is lovely. I'm so happy you guys have been sending stuff in. And then if you see the character art that's cycling through, that is drawn by a Lizard Beth here at TDGFreak99 on Twitter, who is the character artist for what you see in front of you and what is going to be shown cycling through as the break goes through. So please enjoy that, and we will see you all in a few minutes. Goodbye! Alrighty, and we are back. So, as the break was going on, that art that was cycling through, again, thank you guys for sending in those art submissions. We love them. They're amazing. And again, as you saw, that character art that was cycling through, once more, done by the lovely TDG Freak99, a Lizard Beth art. Her links are going to be down below when this video is live on YouTube, as well as popping up momentarily in the chat. If you would like to have your art featured during the break slide, please make sure to send your submissions to talesfromevansborough@gmail.com. That is the best way to get it straight to us, or adding us on Twitter at TFEvansborough, which should be down below on the screen now, or in the description when the video is live on YouTube. We love seeing them. They have been some of my favorite things. Like, I love the creativity that you guys have been sending us in. It's great. Love it so much. Please make sure to go check out Elizabeth Art, who continues to make really wonderful character art for us. With that, we are good to continue. We are going to start back up, I believe, leaving off right around coming back to the Fix and Go after leaving the Shapa headquarters after a conversation with Field Agent William Loomis. Bree having left Shapa's headquarters in her new RV. We are going to move back to the Fix and Go with Raven, Patience, and Serafin discussing this theory board of theirs still.
Okay, so I'm gonna be like, kneeling down at Patience level, so we were like at Patience height. So I'm not really kneeling, I'm like lying down on my stomach. and I'm just gonna say, okay, so picture this. He turns around and he says, "I'm Pickle Rick!" It was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Funniest thing ever, Patience. Anyway, you were saying cults?
Where did you drift off, Serafin?
You said something about a thing. You could, if you could repeat the part about the things.
I need another RC. You can explain it to him this time.
You've had enough caffeine.
He's still here. I need more.
But He's still here.
One more, and then no more.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, so Serafin, while she's doing that, her vision, she had one person that was, it looked like they were being attacked by something in the woods while they were camping. There was something big in the shadow of the moonlight, etc. And they were crawling away, trying to get away from it. The other one, the guy was strapped to a table, screaming and pleading for his life, had a symbol drawn on his chest, and the person stabbed a dagger into it, which is very cult-like. So in this situation, we have two mysteries on our hands. Do you got it?
Okay, so here's
Don't
the thing. Why
forget
didn't
she lost all of her limbs in the first one.
She did lose all of her limbs. She's right.
Why didn't she lead with that? That feels like that's so simple. Anyway,
The pictures.
When does he die again?
here's something that I need to...
May 7th,
So
5
that
o'clock
I-
p.m.
Thank you. I mean, what?
May 7th, 5 o'clock p.m.
I don't
God
want you
damn.
dead. I just... Anyways.
Well, here's the thing, Raven. People should stop camping here. It feels like every time somebody goes camping, they get killed
You're
by
not
something.
wrong.
People
So-
should stop camping here.
What is it with
Well-
people around here liking to camp even though bad shit's happening all the time?
Well, you know
People
what?
would-
We keep saving them. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe they need to be like, oh, this isn't safe.
I heard there was an amendment in the election for our town to name the woods "You're Gonna Die." So I mean, if it passes, maybe people will stop camping at it.
Maybe.
That was a
I
shit
mean-
joke. Anyways,
I was about to follow up with like, is that a real thing? Is that happening?
actually happening?
I mean, maybe. Maybe there'll
I
be
mean-
an election episode here. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, I'd vote for it.
He's like
That
Oh,
intensely writing notes.
Oh, damn it.
Raven,
I'm
what
running
have you
for mayor.
done?
are we
No.
gonna have an election arc for Raven?
My election promise is that people will stop going out into the fucking woods.
One way or another.
One way or another, god damn it.
Anyways, so
All
no,
right,
I agree
so-
though. This will be what, the second time
Yeah,
in like the
so
past 3 months.
I think that first things first, we have to establish some manner of finding people in the woods that makes it a little easier for us to track them down, going off of basically zero data, because let's face it, we don't know who these people are, why they're there, or anything else other than, they're going to be there and at what time.
Do we have any nature vloggers in our town?
That would be a good place to start. Why don't we go to the old UsTube and do a little search on nature blogs, Evansbourogh Woods.
Woods. All right. So, what I'm going to say with that, because that of how specific that you had stated that, Serafin, nature bloggers in, West Evansboro, West Virginia, I will say that is just something you're going to be able to. This is something you would more than likely be able to find.
Great.
You do.
Well done on the specifics. Good job. Loophole achieved.
You see that as you're kind of like going through everything, it looks like there's some that are from, say you guys kind of hop online and start browsing, trying to find something that fits that description. Patience, I imagine everybody's kind of huddled around Raven's computer.
Yeah.
She's literally like vibrating.
Yeah.
That's not her. That's not her. That's not her. That's not her. That's not her.
Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling.
A lot of people are sponsored by Bard VPN. Have you noticed that? Those guys,
VPN. Oh my
God.
those
god.
guys are all handing out sponsorships like you wouldn't believe.
time for a sponsorship. But no, as you're going scrolling through, you find a channel. As you're kind of going through, you see a thumbnail Patience that you recognize as that same girl, her channel name being Shelly's Survival.
Wait, stop. Hang on.
As you,
Okay,
you
which one?
The one right there, Shelly? Shelly's Survival? That looks like
Not
her.
for long, I guess.
Damn.
No.
I didn't even say it.
You know
Right.
what? You know what? He's down to 8 now.
This has been a good day for him.
That's been a good Serafin day. I like your cut, G.
He's just suddenly like, I feel less threatened all of a sudden. I don't know why that is. It's
9.
like the aura here just got a lot lighter.
9.
Never mind.
Scratch
Scratch that.
Everyone.
I must have just spent some gas.
I take back my cut liking.
Cut, G.
I like your cut, G. And slaps him in the dick. But
Anyways, so
yeah,
Shelly's Survival.
Shelly's Survival.
Let's see. How often does she post videos?
How often does she survive?
How often does she survive? One
She's got
day.
a 100% success rate on that so far.
Congrats.
What I'll say, a lot of her stuff, she currently sits at roughly around, I want to say probably around 500,000 in that area. Subscriber count. She normally seems to post a lot of survival tips and like bushcrafting and stuff like that. Vlogs, so to say.
Okay.
And it typically seems that she is at least keeping content out at least once every week. And a lot of her stuff, as you're kind of, skimming through it, I imagine, to kind of get a little bit more information, notice that she does seem to, most of her videos, whenever it's like her backpacking adventure in X town or something like that, or bushcraft adventure in X mountains and stuff like that, it looks like a lot of those videos are a lot less cut down, mostly just kind of kind of taken and or posted with very
Unedited.
very minimal editing. They're very, very relatively longer videos.
Raw, kind of, yeah.
That she'll typically put on there. And as you're kind of skimming through, one of the things I will say you do kind of find, she has one that was about earlier in the week that she's talking about bushcrafting through the Appalachians, essentially, that lead into the mountain range outside of Evansbourogh, that she's been kind of following that line, essentially. One thing I will say that you do kind of notice, it's very quick. This very quick shot that you see as it's kind of going through her video. She's walking around what looks like this cave falls, essentially. Sorry, describing shit is hard. This kind of like kind of mountain lined little area that's got a bit of a falls situation. It looks like very, very, very briefly you see in the corner, like moving through this section of tree line, this very quick movement of what looks like this very dirty brown fur. It's farther off in the distance, I will say, probably close to about, maybe approximating the distance, about 100-ish feet behind her, somewhere in that. Like, it's got a fair amount of distance between her and that thing. It looks like it's just currently walking by. The thing of note that you see is it currently, based off of the sizing of the tree and everything, seems to be maybe in the close to, I want to say, in like roughly the 9 to 10 foot range.
Jesus.
Big boy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big bear question mark based on the whiteboard.
Yeah, as she looks over to the board, bear. As you kind of see that pass through. And again, like I said, it's very far away, even with zooming in, very pixelated, but you do notice this very kind of matted brown fur that you see.
Enhance.
That you see kind of pass through. But based off of what the information you are able to kind of glean off of what it is, this thing seems to be in the 9 to 10 foot range.
Is Bree back at the Fix and Go, or is she still with Loomis right now?
Part of me imagines after a little bit of time she would
Yeah, I'm back, I guess.
she probably like makes her way back in eventually, holding.
I brought like half a gallon of milk that's been drank out of.
Yeah.
You don't know for sure if I've drank directly out of it or not, you know?
Yeah.
Did you buy used milk?
At least it will last one bowl at least.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Anyways, Bree, you camp your RV in the forest around the town a lot, right?
Yeah.
Does this section of woods, that is kind of a generic section of woods, look familiar to you at all?
It's very generic.
Oh, shit.
I know it was far away, but please tell me the thing in the back, you guys saw it, it wasn't holding anything, right?
Didn't
Like
look
a
it was
hatchet?
Oh.
Unfortunately,
Okay,
patients, I think
well-
we're beyond the hatchets with the furries with hatchets.
I think we're past furries with hatchets. Maybe, who knows?
Listen. Serafin, do you have
Yes.
any... Is that one uncle you mentioned earlier, they have a lot of hair?
I don't.
I'm guessing
I'm an
everyone in your family is very tall.
I'm an orphan, recall.
I just warned you mentioned an uncle, but okay.
Okay.
Oh, did I mention an uncle?
look,
Look over at Raven like, hey, do I have an uncle?
I don't know.
Okay.
Serafin, you were
Something about
adopted.
I heard
I
something about him having a documentary, but...
I'm unclear of whether or not I have an uncle. Let me put it to you that way.
You should do some ancestry.
Oh,
stuff.
no. And
Bree,
Yes.
would you be able to
Oof.
roll plus sharp to investigate a mystery for me, please? So that's
Would I ever?
2d6 plus sharp.
Nine.
Okay, so you hold, that's 7 and 9, you hold one that you can use based off of questions, context that you're giving of what happened here, what sort of creature is it, what can it do, what can hurt it, where did it go, what was it going to do, and what is being concealed here. That you could use to kind of garner information based off of this location as you are kind of thinking on it. Because you've had to move around a lot whenever you've been out.
Yeah. Goodness. I'm kind of wanting to... Well, what do you guys think? I'm kind of wanting to ask, like... What is it going to do?
can the it be Shelly?
Okay.
If you
Yeah.
ask where did it go, can we utilize that to see, like, maybe if
Sure.
we see a location we know?
Ooh.
Yeah, no, that's a good way of putting that. I like that.
That's a good... Yeah.
Yeah, where
I
did
like
it
that.
go? Being that, like, trying to figure out where this spot would be. What you see, I will say, is it looks like this. Bree, as you're kind of like watching this area kind of go through and
Mhm.
noticing that spot where it seems to have those falls coming off around that video, like around that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like that is currently in what you recognize a place that is commonly referred to as Rockfall Peak.
How could I have not noticed immediately?
It's
Alright.
someplace.
Generic forest
so-
looks familiar to you?
Mm. what was it? Rockfall Peak?
Rockfall Peak, yeah.
Yeah, Rockfall Peak.
Ooh, that doesn't sound ominous at all. Rockfall. No. Yes.
Yep.
Ooh,
Okay.
excuse me, I can't stop yawning.
And you said that, sorry, just real quick, you said this was earlier this week, right?
This video, yes.
Yeah, when?
That it looks like that that is on there. And I'll say based off of kind of the like the path that her videos are taking as you guys are kind of scrubbing through this, I will say this is something that's going to take a long time to kind of get through. But as you're kind of scrubbing through and going over this, like, it looks like the trail and trajectory that she is taking, you can find out that she is heading more towards, like, essentially like a northern direction, through the mountains, essentially.
And from that, we find her Instagram and see that
posting
and
a
see that she
few
posts. Yeah, okay.
updates of pictures and whatnot, seeing where her trail is, like the direction that it seems to be going, would be the best thing that I could say. You guys would be able to kind of glean off of that. It's hard to tell exactly where she's
Right.
going, but based off of the route that she's been taking, it looks like you might be able to figure out in a rough area or rough direction which way she could be going.
All right. So, do you guys want to go stalk an Ustuber, or that's something we haven't done as a group yet, right?
Bold of you to assume I haven't already. Let's get going.
Part of me imagines to. Oh, sorry, Raven. What's up?
I was gonna say, as a group, we haven't done it. I don't know about you. We should call
Yes.
Murphy, have a cop with us, so it's legit.
I imagine not
And
to.
so she's involved.
Roughly around this time, Murphy, you said something about you were gonna message Serafin?
Yeah, she texts Serafin, like, some crab emojis and, like, a fork and knife, like, some beers and a question mark.
As soon as Serafin receives this, he goes like, "Is she something about shellfish? Maybe she's selfish. Hey, Raven, am I selfish?"
I mean, you've been fairly altruistic since we've met. Why do you ask?
Because I think Murphy thinks I'm selfish.
Based
Or
on...
maybe she means that I'm crabby. She sure as heck can't mean
Ah.
that I'm shrimpy. I mean, I'm nearly 8 feet tall.
Yeah, you are that tall,
You're that
Right.
tall.
despite what others may say in this city.
Right. Like,
I think she wants to go see a movie with you about
Oh my
shellfish that get drunk. Finding Nemo.
is that what that movie's about?
I've never seen it. I don't know.
Okay. Shellfish that get drunk. Maybe she wants to see Shrimp movie.
Don't.
I heard it like it's like B movie, only more shrimpy.
When you said looking to go see Finding Nemo, I looked over to my left to see Goldie just dead-eyeing me.
That's not what it's about, and he knows it.
Hey, that's not. That's a fish movie. I'm a fish expert. I'm a fish movie expert.
Well, here, just
I
All
guess
right.
we'll just have to wait. You know, as soon as she gets here, we'll just have to see what she's talking about.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so here's what you should do. You should respond, and respond with a squid and 3 skulls, and see what she says.
Well, okay, Raven, you are the ladies' man after all.
I imagine.
Wait,
yeah,
hang on.
go ahead.
How did I become the ladies' man?
Well,
I mean, you were the closest one to marriage.
you,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah. Part of me imagines, because like I said, it's getting to the point where it's a little bit like later. I imagine like right, because like I said, that whole a lot of the stuff that has been going on has happened throughout the course of the day, essentially, to where it is starting to get around like nightfall, so to say. And with that comes the sound of you guys as you're kind of sitting down in the basement area. What sounds like the rustling again. Kind of almost like clockwork once sundown typically would hit right around that time frame. good old Huey, Dewey, and Louie from the inside of the inside of the magical laboratory.
Here we go again.
Come back out and you hear the muffled screaming of just more food.
I ordered you a pizza. It'll be here soon.
We cannot get the pizza. You
Murphy
haven't
texts
let
back.
us out.
Wait, no. I got you a Meat Lovers.
Murphy
Take
texts
45
back.
minutes. They're understaffed.
I'm not eating tentacle skulls.
Okay, I mean, sure. I think that would be one way to solve one of our problems.
You know what, Serafin? That right there, that is a coded message if I've ever seen one.
Oh my god.
About not eating tentacle skulls? I guess you're right. I mean, it would be too on the nose if she just said tentacle skulls and was addressing the thing that is presently locked up in a closet in your basement.
The pizza's on the way!
Over this
Kids are gonna drive me crazy. Oh wait, they're not kids.
This kid, you're not our dad.
Oh no.
I hate it.
I'm gonna text Murphy back and be like, "There's talk of a pizza coming here. I don't know."
I don't know.
Murphy texts back. I was asking if you wanted to get seafood, idiot.
Exactly as I thought. Exactly that you were saying that
Oh my
thing,
God.
which is you said. Yes.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Oh my god.
She's not eating tentacle skulls is code for she wants to get seafood. Okay.
But
I mean, man,
most
if you gotta
most
go
things that
get
have
food with her,
tentacles
go.
but most things that have tentacles are aquatic. So if she's
She
not
might-
eating that, is she really eating seafood?
Hey, patience.
I think she's trying to say she doesn't like octopus.
Hey, patience. How much gasoline is inside of this building right now?
In it, it doesn't have a garage, so.
How much flammable liquid is inside of this building?
Oh, I know where they all are. We can go check on that.
Cool, yeah, we should.
I do have a flamethrower.
Where does Raven keep the flamethrower?
Yeah.
He has made the fatal error of teaching us how to use it.
Yeah, that's the one thing. He will not let me find where it is. I don't know if he stores it here.
I don't even know if he stores it here.
It is always kept on my person, just in case.
I keep it in my back pocket for safekeeping.
Pocket flamethrower.
I mean, this is an RPG, right? We're playing by RPG rules.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys definitely can keep a flamethrower on your persons at all times, and definitely nobody's gonna react illy towards that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll reply, sure, but I guess we'll get seafood without tentacles?
That was smart. That's a good response. That's a good response. But no, don't let us hold you back. We're gonna have some pizza. She's going to crash here in about 3 hours, and I guess I could stay up and I don't know, maybe try to do some more research on the rune, see if any of the cults, since I am a dark web fiend, see if any of the dark web sites have some cult info on them. If you guys want to go get dinner, don't let us hold you back, man.
Hey Murphy, how many tickles does it take to make an octopus life?
She messages back. I'll meet you at 7.
That's the wrong answer, but yeah, okay.
10 reasons.
And 10 tickles.
I imagine Murphy picked him up, so that way he doesn't exalt the Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle's just, please, no more.
You can park it behind the building. It's fine.
We've gunned it so much. Please.
Park it next to the cans of gasoline where I keep my flamethrower.
Perfect. All in one fatal swoop. But yeah, as you guys kind of he picks Serafin up. What are you guys doing?
I'm taking him to a moderately successful seafood place.
Okay.
Serafin is rapping badly along to the radio.
We're going to Evan's Crab House of Heaven's.
Oh my god! Writing it down.
That's it. That's the name of it.
I almost wrote Crap House of Evansbourogh.
What's the difference?
Their tagline is, "It's pretty fresh."
It could be crab.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's acceptable.
Mm-hmm. A scale of 1 to 10, you'll think it's crab.
They have their 3.3 Yelp stars on their door.
Oh, God.
All of them say it tasted like crab.
Oh god.
I imagine that they have like a food inspector D label, but like next to it they just posted like a printed out E-licious,
Licious.
you know, just
That's wonderful.
I love it because I feel like the top review of the place is I had the fish.
I didn't get the crab. It was actually pretty good.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, love it. Love it. So you guys find yourself at Evan's Crab Shack of Evansbourogh.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Serafin, her hair is much shorter. She has a busted lip and like a healing black eye.
I guess I don't know how would he even address this. Just something like, "So, you are looking tonight."
Oh my God.
You're looking.
I'll take that as a compliment. You're
Hey.
also looking.
I am looking. You obviously, because you are here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the search going for Gucci Board? Is that
Well-
what we're calling him?
Let me tell you this: it's not Gucci Mane.
I don't even think I know what that word means.
Well, you know, Gucci is
I
like
don't
a
need you
brand,
to explain it.
Okay, very well, because I was gonna have a hard time with that. So it's probably better that I don't.
Okay.
So, you don't like tentacled food.
I'm not a huge fan of the texture.
I see. Well, Murphy, I think that leads me to the next question, which I feel like it's 100% a rational progression of questions here.
Okay.
Is something wrong? I feel like you seem to be physically beat up. Not to say anything of
Oh,
Yeah.
no, this is... I broke up a bar fight the other night and
I see.
kind of got my shit rocked.
I meant to say you seem to be mentally beat up, and
Oh,
physically is
yeah.
what came out because clearly that's what I'm looking at.
Oh, no, that's understandable. No, I got lectured by Wade, of all people.
Not
people.
Wade. Who is he?
My coworker.
Right. Yes, that guy that I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically telling me that I can't keep drowning in work all the time. Even though
Are
I
you-
want to.
Are you a lifeguard?
You're very lucky. You are very handsome.
That is the first time anyone has said that to me, as far as I can remember. I mean,
Wait, seriously?
say that to myself all the time because clearly, have you seen me? But
I mean, I'm looking at you right now, and I called you handsome.
oh, that was you?
Yes.
We're back to
So-
11 reasons.
I didn't imagine that. That was you saying the thing out loud.
Yes.
Not
I
like
did.
usual whenever I'm the one that says it in my head in your voice.
We're gonna move past that. No, it's just been a roller coaster of a week.
I see. Well, I am here to listen. Would you mind sharing with me what all got you down? Just unload on me, kid. It's what I'm here for.
I'd rather have my head curb stomped than go on another Tinder date.
You've been going on to... Please continue.
Yeah, I went on one date and I could not focus on this guy because there was this woman at the table next to me going on and on about how she was banging this dude's sister. Like, would not shut up about it, and I was more invested in that story than I was in him.
I see.
It's ugh.
I imagine that must have been tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just all boring. They're so boring and bland.
I see. Boring and bland, you say. Hey, did you know that I am a private investigator who's constantly on the edge of danger? Just something to mull over. But anyway, please continue.
Please continue.
I'm aware that you're a detective.
Right.
We've solved cases together, Serafin.
Indeed we have. Many cases have we solved.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
we took down a cult together.
Like suddenly, like the seriousness comes back. Yeah.
You okay?
I try not to think about the cult as much as I can. It's
understandable.
I know that I can come across as a little spacey, and if I'm being honest, I think that a lot of the times that's a way for me to put some distance between the cruel realities of life and what I wish the world would be all the time, which is carefree and not deadly.
I understand.
Right. That said, I have solved many crimes in very exciting fashions. I shoot a gun sometimes.
Yeah.
And yeah, so, I don't think if people were to say, "Hey, Serafin, would you describe yourself in 3 words?" Or if I were to walk up to a random stranger and say, "Hey, describe the tall, handsome, ruggedly dashing man that you see there," I think that boring would be the last thing that they would say.
That is true.
Right. All that said, yeah, I try not to think about cults. Especially ever since, since Sergio.
Yeah.
He still kind of haunts my nightmares sometimes, Like, I knew there was bad people out there. I just never knew that they would get that bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ever since he cursed me, I feel like he's hanging in the back of my head, and like an evil thought that just I try to hold it in the back of my head, almost as if I'm trying to drown it in the void, but somehow it always finds a way to survive and come right back to the surface. Which is not boring at all, by the way. It's super exciting. This thing.
She puts her hand on his. It'll be okay. You still got me.
Yeah, I almost didn't. He almost killed you that day.
Yeah, I know. It's not the first time, I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, you are very not boring.
Indeed.
A very intriguing man.
A very, very intriguing man.
Yes.
International man of mystery. I've never been overseas, but I figure international is one of those words that you can use interchangeably. Like, like the way that kids these days say lit. International is just old school lit.
Where would you want to go? If you could go anywhere.
Is there a place that doesn't have things that haunt the night?
Switzerland, maybe?
Nope.
New Zealand?
Nope.
Is that like a real thing? They don't haunt the night there?
I don't know.
Oh.
No, they do.
Okay.
No, damn.
The keeper says they do.
No, sorry.
Okay.
I was just so invested. This guy sitting next to you. Sorry for cutting in. I just heard you guys' conversation. It was really interesting. I'm gonna go. I'm sorry.
Thank you, random stranger.
Keep at it. Keep at it.
Thank you, random stranger. It's weird. I run into a lot of characters in this town. It's almost as if they're spawning out of the mind of a very, very interesting man with like sexy glasses and a long beard.
Oh, you said. Oh, you said. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so that's how I feel most of the time anyway. But that's silly. That would never happen.
Yeah, of course.
We're real people who don't exist in the minds.
Yeah.
We're real
Yeah.
people. I feel like this is Doki Doki Literature Club all over again.
Oh no!
He's getting sentient! Put him down!
All of the things that I'm trying to say, Murph, come back to the idea that, we have been through some scary, scary shit, which is not at all boring, by the way. It's super exciting, super thrilling.
Yeah.
But that can sometimes lead you to cope with things in weird and interesting ways. Like, for example, me with just detaching from reality a little bit and, just letting the whimsical run rampant.
Yeah.
Or you by letting yourself get the hell beat out of you in a bar brawl.
You should see the other guys.
I don't think I need to see them that much. Last time I saw a guy that you had your fists on, it was not a pretty sight.
No, it was not.
That haunts my nightmares too. Sometimes.
That is fair. That is fair.
You're right. So maybe we should cope a different way. You think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like maybe I can ease up on being just the funniest person in history. And maybe you can stop beating yourself up for the world being as ugly as it is.
You've got a point.
Right.
Or I could take you back to my house.
Do you need a sitter for your dog again?
No.
Oh. Okay. So, like, something broken? Do you need some help fix? Is this about changing light bulbs because I'm very tall?
Serafin.
You have like these giant overhead, like, lights.
Serafin,
yes,
Serafin.
yes,
I want you to
yes.
look me in my eyeballs.
I'm looking in your eyeballs. One of them is half shut because of the swelling, I think.
I'm trying to
Nah.
tell you.
Oh, okay.
I want to sleep with you.
Oh!
Oh.
Well, that's the first time that's ever happened. I mean, no, yes. This happens many times in life.
All the time. So
Yeah.
often.
All the time. Yeah, so that okay? Yes, please?
Okay.
I'm gonna text her
Saying
and let him know that
I'm-
this is
I'm-
real quick.
I'm eating my popcorn so aggressively right
Oh,
now.
jeez. You're robot-y.
You are a robot.
Ah,
Guys, news hit so hard, it threw her into the future.
Oh shit!
Turned her into a robot.
No, she's gone.
No! Jesus Christ, you fucking killed her.
You there, Fearsome?
Fearsome?
Hello?
Okay, you're
Yeah,
good.
hey, welcome back.
Ooh, all right.
I'm eating popcorn so aggressively. I'm just shoving it into my face. So
After the yes please, what's going to happen?
Murphy pays the bill.
Yeah, you guys. After that, we're gonna kind of move back over to the fix and go. I imagine.
I stare at the Murphy bed forlorn. Serafin isn't here.
I feel like there would be something like, okay, so we're going back to my place. I was like, yeah, yes, please. And then it's like, do you have protection? Pulling out my gun. Why? What's there?
Oh my god.
And
God fucking damn it.
I already text Serafin the pizza was here and he's not responding.
He's not coming back. As you're kind of sitting there, Raven, I imagine inside of the magical laboratory, sitting eating the pizza with just like one of the tendrils that poking out of the opening in the tent, like doing this little grabby
It gently
hands.
caresses his face.
It does this little grabby hand towards the pizza.
I slowly feed it like a mother bird.
Please, I want to feed him.
wait, like a mother bird.
Not like vomiting it back up into the tentacle.
No, please don't do that. That is gross.
Just like dangling,
It's
like
like a
here you
form
go.
of
It's
torture.
okay. It's okay. Here you go.
Oh god.
Aggressively pulls it in, toppings flying everywhere as it pulls it through the slot, and as it's done.
Huey, you let Dewey have some too.
Louis can go fuck himself. As it has done the lobsters you've been putting in, pulling it through the slot, thinking to just hearing this, like not seeing any of it, but just hearing this gross tearing noise as it's eating these slices of pizza and just more.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You have a whole pizza here to yourself. You don't want to save any for breakfast. It's better the next day. Just saying.
Oh God.
We
Oh,
hope to
yeah.
have the tall one for breakfast.
The tall one isn't going to be here tonight.
Tall one's not coming back.
Why did you have to bring it up?
How did you get here?
Tall one's getting lucky.
The tall one's not coming back. It just wipes a tear away from Raven.
I feel like the skulls would be like, oh, he's not coming back.
He's not.
The
Tall one's not.
why is the tall one gone?
Where's the tall one?
We need Daddy number 2 back. Where'd he go?
Oh god.
Papa. Where's Papa?
Sometimes a family is 2 dads and 3 skulls.
No, Patience is also part of the family. I'm just saying.
Part of the family.
true.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not involved.
Okay,
Don't
okay. Sometimes a
fucking
family
involve
is 2 dads, 3 skulls, a small child, and her demonically possessed turtle.
And a perfectly normal turtle.
And a perfectly normal turtle.
Mm.
Don't involve us.
And Auntie with a murderous rage.
So as you guys are kind of sitting eating the pizza, handing off slices, and kind of like eventually I imagine just like setting the box, like pushing it close enough for it to just reach and like pull slices back into the box. You're kind of like sitting at your computer, I imagine, just kind of like, oh, what's the word? Imagine rubbing your hand.
Yeah.
Still very.
Yeah. Just kind of feeling that there's no feeling in a small spot on my hand that seems to also be miscolored.
Yeah, on like on your pinky and your ring finger on your right hand, you're just kind of like sitting there, and it's movable. Everything seems to move just fine, but it's absolutely no feeling from those, and it's like, all right, this is life's so goddamn weird.
One minute you're feeding your tentacle children, the next you're investigating why your hand doesn't have any.
Don't WebMD your symptoms.
Oh, no.
They will tell you have cancer.
Or Crohn's disease.
Or Crohn's disease. But you end up. What is Raven doing? I guess I'll say.
Well, initially I was going to look up, see if we could find more information about the rune, since I know it's a sealing rune of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Going to look on some of the darker sites to see if I can find info about the local cults, since cult activity is pretty ripe on the dark web.
For sure.
Since I do know some of the local ones now.
You do?
Which are, as I scroll down my notes here, I lost them. Where are they at? The Sons of, let's see, the Sons of Evan, Cult of Personality, Evansites, Sons of Evan, the Power of You.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would probably be doing some research.
Okay.
Seeing if I find that rune listed anywhere in any of the cult.
What I will say that you find, because I'm not going to make this a roll, because you have a lot of information that would be able to lead you towards this area. There's enough information, I will say, in this that you could glean a little bit from. One thing you find is essentially, as you're kind of going through different of your sites and whatnot, eventually coming across essentially a call to action, almost. It is referred to as a call to ascension.
Oh, that sounds Heaven's Gatey.
It is referred to as a call to ascension. The Sons of Evan are essentially, it is what you can tell seems to be some type of recruitment call. That is going to be what looks to be taking place, because it's probably around like 9-10ish at this point at night. It's getting relatively late. It looking to be around probably maybe, well, it's gonna, I guess, later in the day, but it would be roughly around 3 days from now. Which is essentially their open call for recruits. And one of the things you see on this is essentially this kind of white-robed figure. It's, I imagine, like a whole, like, kind of flyer almost situation that they've made.
They're having a conference at the Evans Inn of Evansbourogh. More or less.
But they essentially are all who wish to ascend to a higher being. Join us on March 24th. I imagine, where do we think it's gonna be at? Where would we think? Do we think it would be at the inn?
Well, if it's a conference, maybe, but I was kind of joking.
Yeah, this is more essentially, like I said, a call of like a recruitment, essentially.
I would say they have some sort of ranch just outside of town.
Okay.
It's it's obviously the feds would look at it and think, yeah, that's probably a cult, but they haven't done anything illegal yet.
Mm-hmm.
So they have this. They have the Sons. What was it? The Sons of
Evan.
Sons of Evan. So it's the Sons of Evan's Ranch. Because the naming here is so damn original.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got that. You see on this, like, this site, essentially, pictures of this man in these very bright white robes. It's a relatively older man. Wearing kind of, hooded in these white robes, these white gloves, with essentially what you can see are little, coming from just a little bit that you can see. This man, shaved face, a relatively normal looking man. aside from what you can see a little bit starting in his neck, moving into his shirt, are different like symbols of protection that you see. Like, you know, there's a couple of like what you can see, a section of a pentacle, maybe a small section of the Eye of Horus, and then from little patches of skin from the neck down that you can see through in this picture, there seem to be a few different protection symbols tattooed on his body.
Damn.
All
right.
But what you see through some of the I imagine some of the page, almost like this article, I'll say, a couple of pictures of one of their spots looks to where you can see on there, other than a few different other symbols, like there's a few other magic runes. Like there's this essentially it kind of looks like a cane with like from the bottom of the cane like a spiral that kind of leads into, and then you have the Hamsa, the hand, a few other different magic runes and symbols and whatnot, and one of them you notice is the Elder Sign. That's kind of on that spell sheet, so to say. It's more of like kind of settings that they have of these different kind of banners that looks like.
Okay.
As you're kind of scrolling through this article, but it does seem that is what you're able to find, and it does have the address for the Sons of Evan Ranch. Otherwise known as the Ascension Ranch.
I like that. Sons of Evan Ranch, aka Ascension. It's Sons of Evan's Ranch on paper.
Yeah.
To them all, it's the Ascension.
To them, it's the Ascension Ranch.
That actually does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Since the Sons of Evan believe there's something underneath Evansbourogh that they want to awaken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then. Well, it sounds like we have 2 mysteries to investigate. We should probably go save Shelly first, but then we may be able to sneak into this cult thing. Who am I talking to?
You
It's
could tell I
okay.
was behind you, couldn't you?
Yeah, I felt
sorry.
No, she's been
It's
standing
okay.
here the whole time.
Well, Patience, I'll have to bounce my ideas off of you. What do you think about infiltrating a cult?
I mean,
It's like my favorite thing to do. I love that shit. Let's go.
As Bree's standing behind Patience.
Yeah.
you talk out loud sometimes, so
I know.
I guess Serafin's not here, so I understand. Taps him on his shoulder.
I just expect him to make a quip every time I say something.
Yeah.
He's just not here.
That's why
I'm,
it's so quiet. Huh. I was trying to figure that out. Knew
Oh, yeah.
something seemed off.
Tall one
okay.
is not coming back.
Well, I'm sure he will eventually.
He'll probably be back, Huey. It's okay.
Reaches out, violently pulls in another slice of pizza.
I
was gonna ask if I could have some, but never mind.
There's a few more in the kitchen. I had a feeling that Huey was gonna eat it all. And to the best of my knowledge, Louis is thinking about being vegetarian. It's getting complicated.
I have morals.
Weirdo.
All right. So I kind of think that's where we are here. I think I have a feeling with the 2 mysteries, before the 28th, we're going to have to infiltrate a cult, and we're going to have to save Shelly. We know where she is approximately.
I want to infiltrate cult.
I want to be in a cult.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're going to do both. Come on now.
But I want to do the cult thing now.
but we don't have a lot of time
part
in
of a
between.
cult now.
Yup.
Well, their event is on the 24th, and it seems like both Shelly and the suit guy the suit jacket guy die on the 28th, so we're kind of stretching ourselves thin here. We're going to have to defeat a cult within 4 days and stop Shelly from getting killed by a bear? I think I'm ready for bed. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I'm still going on a couple of cans of caffeine, but you guys go ahead.
You didn't have any more, did you?
No.
I'm not
Good.
buying anymore.
I'm not. Perfect. Lie to him.
I'll just go to my room.
Lie, child.
Only a little bit at a time.
Lie a little
Make
bit
it
at a
obvious.
time, Mr. Future.
Alright. Well, yeah, so I think with that information, I think I would probably call it a night.
Okay. So
It seems like it's pretty in-depth.
yeah, as you guys, Bree, kind of head off back into your house too, or yeah,
No, I'm not. I'm still very uneasy around the tentacles.
yeah. As he's. It looks like for a little while, it's kind of. I'm. I don't know why. Part of me's picturing you like leaving a movie on for it or something. Like leaving fucking Netflix on your computer on while it.
Yeah, it's watching Stranger Things.
You're getting. I mean.
And if I only could.
I mean, what episode you on? If you stay away, I mean, maybe
What are you
you'll
watching?
Watch an episode.
What are you watching, Louis?
Well, they're going to be coming out with Volume 2 later in the year.
Why can she just sit in there and talk to it? Why can't I do that? You don't want to let me in there.
Just sit and talk to him.
You talk to your buddy turtle guy. Oh.
So yeah, after Raven, you kind of like head off to bed. Bree, you kind of sitting in watching Stranger Things with Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Yeah, I mean,
sitting at
might
like
as well.
6 feet as far away as
Yeah.
you can from them as you
She's
keep.
excitedly
Social distancing.
explaining the plot because they're still on season 1. So.
Yeah, so it's like the whole time you guys are sitting there, just keep getting these like. See, like every time, almost jumping every time you see quickly as one of the tendrils just pulls in another slice
I
of
just, like,
pizza.
Just gag a little.
Just God, right?
Warn me next time.
Yeah.
Why are you
We-
still awake?
We'll make no such promises.
But as
You gotta be so
Patience,
dramatic.
you head over to into your room. Is there anything specific you're wanting to do?
Maybe.
Well, not since she's in the room with the skulls. I guess I'm just going to sleep.
No. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just you kind of as you're kind of like laying there. I imagine Mr. Future kind of like. I meant like laying on your back, like holding on to him just staring up at the ceiling and just.
Patience. You still awake?
Yeah.
What do we think would happen if we fed Bree to the skulls?
Jesus Christ.
Why do I suddenly feel very threatened? That's some bullshit.
Just a question of curiosity, you know?
I was going to ask
Hypothetically.
you the same thing.
Hypothetically.
Why do they want humans so bad when they just eat the pizza? What
I
do you
mean-
think would happen?
Meat is meat.
Oh God.
Louis is vegetarian, so
Yeah,
please
Louis-
do be sensitive of.
Please do be. They're just fucking eating all of the meat and cheese off of the pizza and then throwing the crust over to Louis.
Oh, bastard!
Like fucking
that's-
monsters.
I mean,
What have we done to these like demonic entities? We have reduced them
They're
to
fucking Mogwais from Gremlins.
Good.
Perfect. Love it. Love what's happening to them. I love that for them. Good old Huey, Dewey, and Louie. But... Well... Guess we could always just kill somebody later.
Yeah. I heard we have some new neighbors moving in.
Are they taking over Miss Karen's house?
Yes. At least there was a sign in the yard.
Not for long. So, as what I'll say, as throughout the night, each of you kind of going to your own respective nights. Bree finding a very weird common ground with these creatures that have kind of been stuck in your head for a minute.
Yeah.
It's like, even though this is probably one of the weirdest fucking situations you have been in your entire life, there's this almost sense of, I'm imagining, like, normalcy, in a way?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, you're just sitting, hanging out, watching TV, you know? So what if it's an alien monstrosity that's 3 skulls sitting next to you, eating all of the pizza?
Fair.
just sitting there like, I love Steve.
I love Steve. Steve is the best.
Steve. It's just like, Louis just,
no, Billy is the best. Billy sucks.
and then you just hear rustling as
I'm
they
just like-
start fighting each other inside.
And I'm just like, I swear to God, I'll turn it off.
I'll turn it off if you just...
No.
No!
Shut up. I'm trying to watch it.
No, Billy sucks. And then they just start fighting each other.
It's just the sound of slurping.
Wet
Just wet
slapping.
I love
it.
Wow, I wake up like, what the f is going on?
Fuck. And eventually, Raven, as you're kind of laying, how's Raven feeling right now?
A bit anxious on the things that are going on because the Sons of Evan, with what I was told by Wes, them thinking they have a specific power over the town and that there's something below the town. I don't like the idea of them trying to awaken it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's some sort of ancient thing that is there and it actually exists and they succeed, I'm afraid we won't be able to destroy it. And yeah, just I don't like the sounds that are occurring in the other room.
Billy was a tragic figure, you piece of shit. No, he isn't.
I hear them arguing over the show. I hear this weird wet tentacle slapping. I'm just like, what the hell has
This is
happened to
life.
my home?
You're staring at your hand, just...
That too.
This was supposed to be a computer repair shop.
Where did I go wrong?
What?
Oh, let me list the ways.
Question I ask myself every single day. Where did it all go so wrong?
Yeah, so like just anxious, and like I said, the hand thing's kind of freaking me out. But
Yeah.
as long, so I do the old take a Sharpie and outline it really quick. Make sure it doesn't grow, and if it does, I'm gonna have to talk to somebody who's a bit more magical than I am.
Okay, I like that, Raven, as you kind of mark the borders of this essentially this almost decay in a way that is starting and making its way across the right half of your hand, essentially. And kind of just laying there thinking of what has happened and what could happen at this point. Is everybody... Oh, go ahead.
No, I'll say my last thought as I fall asleep is, where did she even get used milk?
And then as we kind of everybody in their own respective nights, finding a weird sense of anxiety and comfort in whatever ways they can find, we are going to kind of pan up to the night sky as John Denver's Country Road plays, because of course, and that is going to be, I think, a good place to leave off at the end of episode 8 of Tales from Evansbourogh. What do we think the episode's going to be called, everybody? What do we think the episode's
Stranger Things.
Stranger.
No, we can't do Stranger Things.
Weirder stuff.
Weirder stuff.
I was about to say slumber parties, but yeah.
I was gonna say tentacles in or out.
No.
Oh no!
Question mark.
I like weirder
Gone
stuff.
wrong, gone sexual.
Oh no, it's just crab emoji. It's not actually a crab emoji, it is the words crab emoji.
Crab emoji.
I think that should be a subtitle. There you go.
Oh
Wait,
yes!
I'm sorry, I like weirder stuff.
Weirder
Just because it fits.
I
like weirder
stuff
crab
too, yes.
emoji?
Weirder stuff.
Weirder stuff.
Quotations.
Parenthesis, crab emoji?
Parenthesis.
Question mark.
Okay.
God, yes.
All right. Thank you all for coming to this night's to episode 8 of Tales from Evansbourogh. Weirder stuff? Crab emoji? We very much appreciate you all for coming. It's been a blast getting to play this game with everybody. I'm so glad we were able to have Murphy here with us, a Lizard Beth 521. Was very happy to have her. Again, she's made these wonderful character arts. She continues to make wonderful character art for us. Please make sure you follow her. Again, link's going to be down below when the video is live on YouTube, as well as popping up in the chat. The same thing goes with everybody who is involved in this. Like, all of these people, these hunters, are really fun, really cool, really talented people, and I love them. So please, as well, if you enjoyed the show, again, we love having you guys here involving with us in chat. And if you did enjoy the show, please consider leaving a like, following, subscribing, whatever it is you're going to do there. However you want to interact with that, please do. Share the stream, share the videos when they come out, watch them so you can help add fate to the board to help our hunters solve the upcoming mystery. Or if you want to help even more, you can go down below and give them fate to help them along that journey. Do we have a nugget of knowledge to send us off cold into this night?
Hello there. I'm Serafin the Midnight Bard. We've had a lot of fun here today, but now I want to talk about something really important. Shellfish allergies are not to be taken lightly. Be sure to consult your physician.
It's gonna be so much worse.
I liked it. Please make sure to consult your physicians before eating any shellfish to find out whether or not you're allergic. So, with that, everybody, please have a wonderful night, and we hope to see you in the next tale. If, of course, we all survive. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.